Hello everybody and welcome back to Shackroden's video tutorials. Today we're going to be working on creating our own custom armor in Minecraft 1.7.2. So first thing I'm going to go over is the textures. Now there's two sets of textures that we need here, so I'm just going to pull this up here. So I got all the textures in here. So here's our item texture, so the boots, the chest plate, the helmet, and the leggings, those are all right there. And then we got these two right here, these the actual armor model textures for in-game. So we got those as well. So what we're gonna do here, in the description below there is a link to my armor model textures from the last series. You can download. I created those myself, so you can download those and use those for your textures. But I'm going to quickly go through one of them here for with you. The first one here. Just open that up in Photoshop and zoom in. So this piece right here, this little black box right here, this is the bottom of your feet. I just found that out today. So this is the bottom of your feet, and in my texture, if I pull that up here, I'll pull up what I did here for mine. I did a basic, very simple two-tone design, as most you're gonna do. I guess three-tone or two-tone with highlight. Just a very basic design here, nothing too complicated or anything like that. You know, you can either just use this for the time being, or even just the default, because the default one looks pretty not badass, but it looks all right. Another thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to show you that right now, is NovaSkin. NovaSkin is another place that you could use to create textures for all of your stuff. So here's Nova texture right here with my player skin up on the screen at the moment. So we're just going to go to textures here at the top. So you go to the link will be in the description of this. It's minecraft.novaskin.me, and then you click on textures. All right, and now we're going to just scroll down the list here. And we're going to wait until we can see armor right here. So if you click on this little button here, it's going to give you in like a 3D mode. So you can see people have created different things for this, which is absolutely goddamn fantastic. But we're gonna grab. Let's say you go with. Actually, this one here seems to be pretty good one to follow. But we'll go with diamond. So you can click on here and you can edit it right in their editor here. So you can spin around. I've already mucked around with this for that bottom piece. If it's gonna load, it's gonna actually work, or is it gonna crash? So you got little different save points. I'll go over that after this starts working again. If it's going to start working again, or do I need to close it and reopen it? I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna have to do. Hey, even more than that, I'm gonna have to restart the whole browser. Good on you. Good on you, Safari. Okay, so, oh come on, fucking hell. Okay, so diamond armor. I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna go back to the default one here. So I'm gonna delete my little edit there. So you'll get this, and you can basically move around the model. It's not gonna work that well in here, and you can edit it right through this editor instead of having to. They got it all marked down here what the actual texture is, and they label everything. So body. There you go, there's the body piece, the head piece, and so on and so forth. And you can really edit this a lot to get your proper textures and stuff, so it's great. So you can use that to create your textures for pretty much anything. They got textures for all of it. So they got like for Blaze, when we get to our custom mob, which I'm still working on. I still haven't found out how to get Techni working on Mac, which means might have to do something completely different, which is going to be scary for some of you, but don't worry, it's going to be alright. So, they got it for books, chests, large chest, trap, all that stuff, ender chests, everything. You got all the blocks here, so you can just go into these and edit them if you wish for your textures. Again, like I said, link to this will be in the description. You can click on that, and I just got an email from Corona SDK. That's awesome. Anyway, let's get going here. So I don't need my browser anymore, so I'm just going to close that. I'm going to close Photoshop here. I do not need any of this open. Bam. Okay, so we're just going to go to, just going to put these textures in. So we're going to go to our desktop, and I'm going to open up my modding tutorial, source, main, resources, assets, tutorials, mod, textures, items. We're going to grab all of our items here, and we're going to add those in right now. Copy them in. Okay, and now we're going to create, back here at our textures folder, we're going to create a new folder called models. And we're going to go inside of that models folder, and we're going to create another folder called armor. And then within there, sample armor _1 and _2 are going to go in there. Again, copy, do not move. And just clean that up. Fantastic, great. So we got those. Now we're going to get into Eclipse, and we're going to get cracking. Alright, so this is where we left off last time. We created our own custom sample tab in Minecraft. So we're going to continue on from there in getting this done. So I'm just opening up my folders here and stuff. So first thing that we got to do, it's a little bit different than what I thought. They haven't quite converted everything away from IDs as far as us having to use them and put them in ourselves. So here's a fail-safe way of doing doing IDs for your items. So I'm just gonna go unique armor IDs, or unique IDs for armor, and so we got 4 of them here. We're gonna have one for each. So we're gonna have public static int helmet ID, then public static int I'm gonna call it chest plate ID, public static int leggings ID. I'm putting capital I and capital D on both of those, and then public static int boots ID. Okay, so you may want to use different names, but I'm just using very simple, very straightforward names for all my stuff in here. So for each different set of armor, you're gonna have, or actually for each different piece of armor, for each different, you're gonna have to create a different one. So let's say you have, you're gonna have, let's say we can group these together differently. So I'm just gonna put some spaces, throw a few of these down. Let's say you're gonna have green helmet, red helmet, blue helmet, and puke helmet or something like that. You're gonna have a different ID for each and every one of those. So just keep that in mind for when you're creating your armors. So now that we've created those, we can pretty much move into registering and initializing our items as we would usually do. So we're gonna go down here below our swords, sword and our tools, and we're gonna create another heading here. It's just gonna be called armor. Another comment to be correct there. Create 4 different things here. We're gonna go public static item, and then give it a name. So sample helmet for me, and we're gonna make it. Don't want that. It's gonna be equal to new sample armor. Sample armor. Right. Gotta do that first. Sorry, forgot something. We gotta create our armor material. Okay, so this is armor material. Even though this is pretty straightforward, it's pretty much identical to what it was before. So we're gonna go public static armor material, and then give it a name. So sample armor material, is equal to enum helper dot add armor material. So now we got a few parameters here that we need to fill out. So that's the name. This is the basic stuff just like we did for our tool material. So sample armor material. I basically usually just copy my variable name for that stuff. Durability. What did I put down for durability over here? Blah 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 blah. And I can actually show you this stuff. Okay, so I put down 66, which is double diamond, and I will go through where that comes from and how I know that after I finish this line here. So reduction amounts. So this is going to be an array. So we go new int, open and closing square brackets, and then after those you want space, curly brackets, opening and closing, and within those curly brackets, I'll go through these after. You're going to go 6, 16, 12, and 6. And okay, that did not work out the way I want it to. So 6, 16, 12, and 6. And then enchantability, we're going to set that to 10, just like we did for our tool material. So I just got to put a semicolon on here. So let's go through these numbers here. What the hell do these mean? So this is basically how many armor things on the screen you're going to get. So when you put on armor, you get those little armor icons above your, I think it's your health, I think, if I remember correctly. So each point here is worth half of one of those, since you can have half. So 1 is half of an armor icon, 2 is a full armor icon. So we're actually going to import armor material here, and I'm going to kind of use this. Okay, so it's after you've imported armor material, you're going to hold Command or Control on your keyboard, and you're going to click on armor material, and that should bring you into that file. Now, if it doesn't do it right away, you can, if you hold it down when your mouse is not over top of the word, you should see like an underline. It looks like a hyperlink. So when you go into here, so this is our armor material class that's been created. So we got all these values right here. Okay, so diamond 33 for the durability. And that's basically, so that's the max damage factor. So holds the maximum damage damage factor. Each piece multiply this by its own value, so on and so forth. So blah 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 blah. Great stuff, fantastic. Diamond is 3, 8, 6, and 3. So I basically doubled all of those. Since I doubled this 33, I'll also double all the rest. So diamond is 1.5 for the helmet, 4 for the chest plate, 3 for the leggings, and then 1.5 for the boots. But I doubled all those, so that's why it's 6. So it's 3 for the helmet, 8 for the chest plate, 6 for the leggings, and 3 for the boots. And then that's enchantability, as we know from up here. So now we can get back down to this other piece of code that we're working on here, the static armor stuff. So now we created, we set this up. Sample armor is going to be our class, and we need to throw in some parameters in here. We got quite a few actually. So first one is going to be sample armor material. The next one's going to be our ID, so helmet ID. So helmet ID. And then last parameter, 0. And I will go through these parameters in a second. And then we got to set unlocalized name. So that's why I say, not everything's been switched over yet to the new code stuff, but I guess they're slowly working on it. So sample helmet. Alright, so I'll go over these we are gonna have an error here, but I'll go over these parameters. So the actual material of the armor piece, the ID, and then this last one is the placement on the body. So head is 0, chest is 1, leggings is 2, and boots are 3. So I'm going to type the next one here. Public static item sample chest plate is equal to new sample armor, and we are going to be using the same class for each one of those, just to kind of compress code a little bit. And I've got a really great way of handling textures and things like that for this. So we're going to go sample armor material. That's always going to be the same. Material, chest plate ID, and 1 dot set unlocalized name, and we're going to set these to sample chest plate. Alrighty, fantastic. So let's go over this. So let's say I made helmet 1 and chest plate 0. That means that the chest plate is only going to be able to fit on the head spot, and the helmet's only going to be able to fit on the chest plate spots, which would switch the textures around of where they actually go, which is going to be really weird and really crazy and really... actually, no, I might still display correctly, but the items won't be able to go into the correct spot, which is just going to be really weird. So this way, the way we have it now, it's gonna work great. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, so let's finish these up. Public static item sample leggings is equal to new sample armor. There we go. Sample armor material, and then our ID, which is going to be our leggings ID for this one, and then it's on position, technically position 3, so it's going to be 2. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. So in arrays, they always start at 0. So since that value is an array, so 0 is going to be the first number, so that's going to be the first spot no matter what. So if I say a third spot or a fourth spot in here, it's always going to be the number behind that. It's just the way arrays work in pretty much every language, if not every language. Localized name, and so yeah. So it's going to sample. Actually, no, I didn't do that right, guys. Sample chest plate. This is going to be sample leggings. One more public static item sample boots is equal to new sample armor. We're going to go sample armor texture boots ID and 3, and then dot set unlocalized name, and we're going to set that to sample boots. Okay, fantastic. So before we go and handle this this thing right here, we're gonna go and handle registering our blocks and creating names for our blocks and things like that, and crafting recipes. So let's go into here. So below our game registry .register item stuff for our items, we're going to get lots of emails. Holy shit! So we're gonna go game registry .register item, and we're gonna go sample helmet first, and then give it a name. Let's go with the exact same thing as sample helmet. Makes it easy. Game registry .register item, chest plate, and then sample chest plate. Now, one thing I am going to mention, if I did not mention it before, this sample helmet and sample chest plate string here as part of the register item has to match your unlocalized name for your item. Okay, so just so you know that those two have to match to correctly register the item as that item. So we're going to go game registry .register register item, And next one's going to be leggings. I'm going to give it name of sample leggings. Okay, and then game registry dot register item, and the last one is boots, and that's going to be sample. Actually, I gotta put my double quotes. Sample boots. There we go. So now we've registered items, but they still do not have names. So over on the left here, we're going to go into our source main resources package here, and we're going to open up our assets.tutorialmod.lang package and open up enus. It's already open for me. We're going to open up our en_us.lang file here, and this is going to be basically the same as all the other items that we've done. Item.sample helmet.name is going to be equal to sample helmet. Okay, item.sample chestplate dot name is equal to sample chestplate. Alright, and then item.sample leggings dot name is going to be equal to sample leggings, and then item.sample boots dot name is going to be equal to sample boots. Alright, it's all done. So it's those ones right there. Those are the ones that we just did. So we're going to go back over to our main class file. So we've done everything, actually, except for crafting recipes is what we still have to do. So we're going to do that right now. So we're going to go above our shapeless recipes, but below our normal crafting recipes. And we're going to go game registry dot add recipe, and then we're going to go new item stack. Oh boy. Sample helmet. We got one of them. And then next parameter, object. Oh shit. So I've already went over these more in depth in another video. I'll have a link to my playlist where you can find that and follow that tutorial on doing up your crafting recipes for both recipes and shapeless recipes. So we gotta do 2 for the helmet, so it's gonna be XXX, and then X space X for our the actual recipe itself, and then we had to find what X is, so we're gonna do that right now, and it's gonna be equal to sample item. That's it. Okay, I'm just going to copy this 3 more times and just change stuff around. So sample helmet is going to be now sample chestplate. Oh, leggings. And boots. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's alright. Now we just gotta customize our crafting recipes. So for leggings, we got an extra. We gotta use the 3rd row, space X space, or X space X. And then, no, this is for chest plates. This is like that. I was thinking it was leggings. So it's the crafting recipe for that. Then leggings is that, and then that. X space X, and then boots is just that. X space X and X space X. There we go. All of our crafting recipes are completed. So let's move on to creating this class file. So we're going to hover over it and go create class, and we're going to put it in .armor. It's just not created yet. We're creating that right now. So just type in .armor and finish. Save. These will all fix themselves as we set this all up. So first thing, we got to extend item armor. Okay. And add the constructor as per usual. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit because it's a mess. So this is the material. This is the What was that? Forget already. The ID, and this is the placement. Okay, so this is material, ID, and placement. Alright, so now we're going to set our creative tab first off. So set creative tab. And we're going to go main class dot sample tab. And we're done there. So now for textures. We're going to use an if statement for this. You could also use a case statement, but we're just going to use if. Makes it a lot easier. So since we're using one class file for each you could set your texture right here by doing this. So after you're set on localized name, you could go dot set texture name, and you could do it right here if you wish. But I think this is a little bit more of a I wouldn't say modular, but I would say this is a better way of doing it anyway. So so we're gonna go if. And then within the parentheses for that if placement is equal to 0. So this is basically saying if armor piece is the helmet. So so basically, since we have this placement ID here at the end, we can basically use that to define which armor piece it is. Is it the helmet? Is it the chest plate? Is it the leggings? Is it the boots? And then we can basically, on here we can go, so if placement is equal to 0, we're going to go this dot set texture name and main class dot mod ID plus space double quotes, simply semicolon, and then colon inside of those double quotes, and then the name of the texture. So in this case, it's sample helmet. And then so we're just going to copy this statement, and at the beginning of that statement, we're going to type an else if instead of just if, and we're going to change placement to 1 is the chest plate. He's going to go to the end here, chest plate, like that. Now we're going to copy that, and paste it 2 more times, and 2 and 3. So this is going to be leggings. This is going to be boots. Sample boots and sample leggings. And there you go. So textures are all set up now. So we're still having problems here. That's with this one here because I mistyped it. Sample armor, not texture, material. It's better. Helmet ID, it's not finding helmet ID because I probably left it as green helmet ID instead of helmet ID. Here we go. So set unlocalized name, it's not liking that. Change to set unlocalized. Haha. You guys are probably like screaming at your screens. What the hell are you doing, man? Jesus Christ. Son of a bitch. Okay. So we're going to go into sample armor here. And we got one more thing to do in here, and that's the actual model texture. We got to tell it what texture to use for the model itself. So outside of our constructor here, this is the second last curly brace, curly bracket. We're going to create a new function. So it's going to be public static, or public, no, never mind, public string, sorry. Get armor texture. And then we got some parameters. So we got item stack. I'm just going to call it stack. Entity. I'm just going to call it entity. And slot int. It's going to be slot, and then string of type. Alrighty. We're going to import item stack and entity by holding Control, Shift, or Command Shift and O. That's going to bring this up. We're going to import net.minecraft.entity, and that should import those in. Now it's still going to error out because we haven't returned a string as of yet. So we're going to start by, we're going to be doing another if statement in here. So we're going to go if stack dot get item with 2 parentheses is equal to main class dot sample helmet. So I'm going to give this a copy as well because we're going to be using this over and over again. Or, so for the or, it's the 2 bars that go straight up and down, which is on your, I think that's your backslash key. Not sure what's going to be placed on your keyboard, but for me it's placed above my my return key. So we're going to paste that again, and then or, and place it again. We're going to have it 3 times. So we're going to have, the first one's going to have sample helmet, the second one's going to have sample chest plate, and the other one's going to have sample boots. Now you may be asking, why the hell are we doing this? Because the way Minecraft has the texture set out and the way it has to work is they have the helmet, chest plate, and boots in one texture, and then the leggings in the other. And that's why we have those 2 different files in here, sample armor 1 and sample armor 2. Armor 2 only has your leggings. Armor 1 has your you know, your chest plate, helmet, and boots. Okay. So if it's any one of those, we're going to return main class dot mod ID plus space, and then double quotes. I'm just going to put my semicolon on the end, colon on the inside of those double quotes, and then textures, models, armor, and then sample armor underscore 1 dot png. And then below that we're going to go if stack dot, actually I can just paste that in again, if stack dot get item is equal to main class dot leggings, then we're going to return this same line, except for we're going to change one thing, armor, sample armor underscore 2 instead of underscore 1, and then we gotta throw on an else statement there, or else it's still going to complain because there is no okay, I'll explain this quickly. So when you're returning like a string or an int or a double or a float, whatever, if you have if statements like this, it's not going to treat that as, yes, one of those is going to happen. It's going to think one of those could happen, but something else could also happen. So it's not going to allow you to get by with that, because you have to be able to, it's got to be able to, you know, have something there always. It always has to be able to put something, be able to return something. So we're just going to have it return null. Okay, that's it. That should be it. We should be done. We should be able to launch the game, wear our armor, and look fabulous. Let's do that right now. See if it happens. Okay. So we'll load this up here. I'm going to turn down my volumes. Are very loud for me. Probably not so loud for you. Actually, that's just the menu. Oh well. I guess I'll leave it. Alright, so we're in the game now. There we are. Holy shit. Okay, so we got our stuff over here. Got our enchanting table over here and things like that. Got a goddamn zombie right here with our giant staircase of our block. So now, after that taking inventory goes away, we're going to search for a crafting table. We don't have one currently, so I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Ho, you can go away. And then I'm going to get a stack of our sample item. So we get a full stack. So you see the armor textures are working in there as well as the names. But we're going to make these to test out our crafting recipes. So, oh yeah, I already have a full stack. Holy shit. And a lot of swords. So I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit. I'm just going to destroy a bunch of these items just to clean up our inventory, because we don't need anything out of here anymore. And finished. Okay, so in our crafting table. So we're going to make the helmet first. Works there. I'm going to take those all out. It will also work down here. So there you go. You got your helmet. Chest plate. There you go. Chest plate is made. And then leggings works. And then boots can go there. Or it can go there. There you got a full suit of armor. Look at that. Holy shit. So we're gonna get out into first person here, and we're just gonna over these, and we're gonna one thing that it's good to know for when you're playing like survival games, like the Hunger Games or something like that, where you're gotta be able to quickly attach your armors and stuff. If you have it in your hotbar and you go and you select it and you right click, it will put it on automatically. So there you go. We're wearing our armor. We look absolutely fabulous. Holy shit, look at that. Son of a bitch. Styling the new lineup from Mojang is Steve. He looks absolutely fantastic. And oh man, son of a bitch. So it's a fight. We jump up into here. You can see those things around the bottom of his feet. And it's all looking fantastic. So there you go, everybody. We got armor. Isn't that just great? And it works fantastic. We should test it out as far as damage and stuff goes too. So we're gonna kind of get like a cavey area here, just to spawn some mobs. And now we'll just torch it up. And we're gonna grab some. Need my gooey back. Holy shit, there we go. So I'm gonna grab some spawn eggs, as well as I'm gonna grab some diamond armor, so we can test out how many hits we're taking compared to diamond. There we go. Gonna get rid of all these extra tools. We want what are we looking for? We want spawn eggs. So we're gonna get skeletons. Skeletons and zombies. Let's get a full stack of each. Holy shit. There we go. Okay, so now let's go into game mode S. Let's try this out. So I'm gonna go into first person. First off, so first things first is we're gonna put the diamond armor on instead. So that armor trick only works if you're not currently wearing any armor. There we go. So we got full diamond. So we're gonna chuck out skeleton here. It's gonna attack us, and you can see it doesn't really damage us at all, or not that much. So we're gonna kill that. Because we need to get some game mode C. Just need to get some potions. Potions of regeneration. I'm just gonna go splash potions of regeneration. Yeah, splash potions would be better. So we'll get a stack of I guess not a stack. We'll get a few of these as well. And game mode S. So let's just because I wasted all those and I didn't really need to. Okay, so we're gonna regenerate our health here as fast as possible. And then we're going to give the other one a shot. blah, 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 blah. Okay, there we go. We're at full health. We actually need to wait for that to wear off. So we'll come back when that has worn off. Alright, so we're back. Our health is regenerated and it's no longer doing this stuff for us. So we're going to take that same, we're going to take off this gold armor, or this diamond stuff. We're going to put on our awesome sample armor. We're going to see if this thing can actually injure us. I don't think it can. I'm going to take shots all goddamn day, and I'm not going to get injured. That's not working out like I thought it would. This in here is an enchanted bow. So as you can see, we're not really getting hurt by anything at all with this armor on. This means we're basically invincible. Look at that. Holy shit, we took a barrage of arrows there, and we lived through all of them. So there you go. Our armor works. There you guys go. Armor is created, and it works both for icons and for the actual model texture as well. Holy shit, what the fuck's up here? As well, it works as far as durability and shit, so that's good. Now it will work in our enchantment table as well. So if I take it off, so let's just go back. Actually, no, I want to stay in creative. Let's click on here. You can put the boots in level 30, and then we got unbreaking and protection, and then we can go. There we go. And now it's all enchanted, which is absolutely goddamn fantastic. There you go, we're wearing enchanted armor with enchanted swords. We got our helmet has Unbreaking 3, Aquafinity, so that's awesome. So that means we can breathe underwater, I believe. Game mode S. That's not what it means at all. Not sure what Aquafinity is. Fire protection. Projectile protection 4 and unbreaking. So we got a damn good set of armor here. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. We're probably gonna cover ores next. So ores and ore generations could be the next thing we're gonna cover. I was gonna cover that this time, but armor was just a little bit easier to handle. So we're gonna do ores next, and we're gonna go from there. Now you may have noticed, depending on when this video goes up, whether it's today or yesterday or even the day before, one of my videos was re-uploaded. My my setup tutorial. Someone reported that video as being inappropriate, and YouTube said that yes, this video is inappropriate. We're taking it down. I don't know why it was inappropriate at all. It could have been the background music, but I'm pretty sure that would have been like a content ID strike instead. But it didn't turn out to be that way, so who knows? I changed the music and re-uploaded it. That's the only thing I could really think of that could be it. So that's why that video was re-uploaded. So you'll see this one either the same day or the day before, as well as Creative Tabs went up yesterday or today, which is absolutely fantastic. So you guys got lots to watch, lots to do. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.